Debbie is so kind to do all this for us. Absolutely amazing. And RW Designs does a little bit of everything, and it's so cool. Please make sure you follow them. They're great supporters, and they do a really good job. Yes, you have. You really have. And I'll mod for Robin tomorrow. So let me make sure I am lined up right. Okay. Yep, Gather Crafter. Okay, because I just got a notice that she was live. So awesome sauce. So we'll head over there in just a few minutes. But in the bin, there are some of the candles, and then you can always message me if you want a custom candle. I have candle molds. I'll show you all this real quick. And so I just put them on this little tray. This is literally a fraction of the ones that I have. But if you're having a really bad government day, you can always give somebody that one. Yes, please join her tomorrow at 10. It is amazing that she puts this on for us. It's really nice.
Hi, everybody.
And you get to see
I don't know if anyone's in here or not.
Really talented individuals.
I don't know if I better update because I'm not seeing anyone.
Fantastic. You don't have to go look up on YouTube. They're right here. Ready and able. You know what I mean?
There's people. Hey, Dakota Mom, how are you?
And your candles are cooling nicely. Check this one out.
Ema, welcome.
With that color.
We're getting ready. The raid train is should start here in
That's going to be so cool.
Couple more minutes.
This one is too.
That's who we're waiting for right now. They're doing candles. I'm just prepping some fabric here.
I might add some.
Going to do a couple of different things tonight
to make it more oceany.
Hey, Katie.
This one will be really cool because it'll have
I already
that white top.
I think Daydreamer Debbie will be modding too. I think she's
really
on
good.
Right now.
Really good. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate it. Let me make sure I've gotten everybody. It does look like a cloud. I'm going to put some of those
getting some fabric over here prepped for a little bit for one of the things I'm doing tonight. Gonna do a paper craft and a slow stitch thing.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be glad to. Absolutely, because this is going to be cooling. And I've got those other two in the fridge. I'm going to play around with those while I watch the next show. But
I don't know.
I will post some pics.
Embroidery flosses.
For sure. And I'll post the pics.
And on par with me.
That is going to go to Miss Deb when I take the stickers and stuff off. And it'll look really cute. But I'll make some molds, the clouds. And that'll look
maybe like at a fair I've done sand candles,
guys,
like one item, but never on my own. Those are the fun.
Welcome to the family. By the way, I don't know where the Xbox remote is, nor do I know where the power cord is.
Okay.
That's another day.
Okay, Katie.
If they find it. Or if we fix the car across the street.
This one's going to be a real chill one. It's just basically watching crafts and bins on this one. Bin on this one.
We're going to raid. Hold up, I just had it in my head. Daydream.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sugar. Hold on.
I think she forgot who I was.
Thank you, Gather. I'm sorry.
Apparently we're on YouTube.
All right,
I didn't do it, but apparently we're on YouTube. Let's see. Is the raid coming in? Oh, not yet. Oh, here we go. Here they go. Here they go. Hey, Zebra Industries. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the raid. Welcome. I'm Gathered Crafter, and nice to see you all here tonight. I do junk journaling and different types of crafts and a little bit of vintage collectibles now. But thank you for coming. Thank you, Debbie, Daydreamer Debbie. Thank you, Debbie, so much for having me again. I was on my first one was last month and jumped right back on the train again because it was such a fun one to do. Just kind of hang out and craft today. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Hello. So again, thank you, Debbie, for all the work you put in for this. It's been awesome. I've kind of gone back and forth during breaks today and peeked in and out and kind of watched after work a little bit. And everything's been cool. Zebra Industries, she did a great job with the candles. Those are awesome. And when we next up will be Calico Cat was going to be the caboose. Calico Cat Resin Arts is going to be our caboose today. So make sure you follow and bookmark all of their upcoming shows. Hey, Katie. Today we're gonna do a little bit of. I'm actually not doing junk journaling tonight, but I'm doing pieces that could go into a junk journal. The first thing we're gonna do, I really love playing cards, and so we're gonna make a pocket for a junk journal, a clip pocket for a junk journal with an Alice in Wonderland theme. So we're gonna do that, and yes, tomorrow, like Debbie mentioned, it's there's a whole other day. It's awesome. This train is a 2-day event every month, so make sure that you are watching. Lots of fun stuff. Trying to make sure I'm okay. All my stuff. Trying to make sure all my stuff is in here, and I didn't. I should have fussy cutted before, but we are going to do fussy cut and chat, and just kind of tell you a little bit about what I do. I do a lot of demos. So my thing is to do demos almost with every one of my shows. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, I usually have shows. Mondays we do junk journals. Wednesdays we do random crafts. So you'll kind of see that junk journals. We make actual journals, and we haven't gotten to the point where we're actually sitting there decorating them yet, but I want to start doing that too. And then on other days, we do all kinds of crafts. So we've done slow stitching and things with wax seals and um, what else have we made? I know I've got a lot of my friends are in here. Folios and all kinds of paper crafts as well. So yeah, if you're ever curious and want to learn something new, make sure that you check us out. I also What I'm doing right now is I'm just getting my stuff ready. I like fussy cutting. Does anyone else like fussy cutting, or does it drive you nuts? I know there's two camps on that. I'm just going to prep my little Alice, and we're going to have a Queen of Hearts in it. And we'll figure out other things as we go along. I have a bunch of clip art. I do have in my bins an actual Alice shaker card kit that does have all this clip art in it, along with stuff to make cards, but you don't have to make cards with it. As you're going to see today, you're going to or greeting cards. They're actually to make greeting cards. So the clip art's the same, but in that you actually get 3 cards to make a shaker card. Today, but I've done so much other things with it. I've made a pocket with the card, but today I thought, let's use. I got these new jumbo cards, and I wanted to make something with it, so we're going to do that tonight. But there's been so many. Has everyone had fun on the train today? The ones that I got to peek in and out of looked pretty awesome. That's good. Yes. Definitely. If there's someone. Oh, I'm seeing questions. I'm sorry, Dakota Mom. Yes, this is a jumbo card, so it is a larger card. And I just realized I did not put these in my bins, but I will put them in my store afterward. They're about 6.5 by what, 5? I couldn't see because it was too floppy. And then this is a regular size card, and then this is a mini card. So we're going to use those today. I do like cards a lot. I like to do things with different cards. I actually like collecting them too, so that's kind of fun. So wherever I go, if I find decks that are interesting, I will collect them and then I share them with everybody. So there are some different ones in my. These ones I haven't used. These are actually Circus ones, and just a plain card. This side is more interesting, so we're using this side today. And I like this kind of reminded me of that Harlequin look that of diamonds that is, and it's also hearts. That kind of goes with Alice, so we're gonna use Alice. I think I'm gonna make it kind of like she's going down the looking glass. So we've got a watch. I don't know if I'm gonna use the rabbit or not. I do have the rabbit. I'm just trying to keep up. It is a big card, huh, Katie? Yeah, those are. I hadn't seen any cards that big yet. I thought there is a bigger size, but even this was bigger than anything I'd seen before. So I thought, what perfect thing to use for a. Um, I just realized I was not in frame while I was fussy cutting. Sorry about that. um, yeah, I thought that'd be fun to make different kinds of ephemera. So they're really good to make like little clips. This is going to turn into a clip for a junk journal, but you could leave it flat. You could use it as a front for a scrapbook or a junk journal book, or it could be the front of a card too if you did want to make it into a greeting card or part of a scrapbook page. So lots of different uses for it. So, and then I like to add doilies or something in it. So I have a doily, and I'm still trying to decide what I want the pocket to be out of. I'm going to start arranging things here. And it's fun because it's kind of like collaging. If you've ever done a who in here has done a junk journal before? I guess that should, in case we have people that are new to junk journaling, we can kind of go over some things. I do ask because I know you do ask. Is there anyone that hasn't junk journaled before? I guess would probably be the better one because I'm pretty a lot of people just learning and collecting. You have not. Debbie has not. Sinler is just learning. Awesome. Be careful with the collecting, Sinler, because it gets addicting. I know TKG, you're learning. Awesome. Yeah. So it's just a way to gather different pieces together, whether it's literal junk like junk mail, or it can be beautiful papers or cards that you like, or um, any. I think that's why I like it because it's so free form and it's whatever you want. It could be a tag off of a shirt that you just purchased and you think it's really cool looking, or a candy wrapper, or Debbie's collected a lot more than. Yeah, I hear you. I know. Like I always say, there's two elements of crafting. One is the hobby of collecting the crafting supplies, and the other is the actual craft. There's definitely a couple of elements there for sure. Um, I know. Seriously, Debbie. Um, it gets dangerous after a while. I'm trying to see if I have. I had some pretty rose stickers, but I guess they're gone now. I was thinking about adding a rose, but I'm just gonna make a collage right now. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I also have some words here. Um, I don't know if I want to use the rabbit or not. Stickles tend to end up in my things too. You like the rabbit? Okay, we'll keep the rabbit. Um, I do that as well. So if I'm doing a random craft like this on some nights, I'll ask everybody that's in the room, "What do you think? What should we do?" And um, it usually ends up better than anything I could have thought up on my own. So I have words too that I want to add some words on here. Yes, everyone does have a different technique, and we on Mondays I do go through different techniques. Let's see. Uh, so we've made accordion binding journals. We've done um, oh, while I go through that, if you can see them, somebody tell me which phrase should we use on this. So we make different accordion binding journals. We've made some out of like packaging or brown paper bags. We've done that. I'm trying to think of all the different kinds we've done. The one that's really popular is accordion binding, and so I do that a lot. And I actually have a YouTube video of that. That's supposed to be processing now. um, Yeah, there's a lot of people that do junk journals. Yes, my YouTube name is the same, so it is the Gathered Crafter. So I do live, and actually we are live. Um, Inadvertently, I didn't realize we were live. I guess it just starts. I just started doing that so that whatever demo we do, it is available um, for later use. So I have one that's private message on how to make a scrapbook out of a brown paper bag. No, I'm sorry. I keep thinking that's what it is. It's actually slow stitching, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit too after we finish this card. Um, let's see. What about? Um, and then I have the accordion binding one up. And now we're going to have these cards up and a little bit more slow stitching. But there will be one of some of the different junk journal techniques just because we don't have replay anymore, which kind of stinks. um, and some people like it. So, okay. And I do want to add a pocket. So I'm going to pick, let's see, a lot of this stuff again is in my bins. There's other things in my bins too. Trying to do kits as well, to craft along kits. So if you're ever interested in crafting along with a group of us, there's some things in there. The May one is out already, and I'll show you the April one that we did. I'm just trying to find, I'm going to use some die cuts. I think these are also in there as well. So let's see, because I think I want a pocket, but I don't know what color pocket I want. Oh, there's a black one. So, and I've done paper crafts. I always come back to paper crafts. Thanks, Diana. Yeah, it'll be fun. Cool. I know. I don't. I know it's frustrating that we don't have that replay anymore. And I had the YouTube channel already, so I thought, well, might as well use it. Okay, let's see. Do I want it over like that? Half the fun is just trying to arrange things. This also reminds me of glue books. If you've ever done any glue booking, um, just trying to figure out different ways to put things in is half the fun. Well, how is that? There's a little shine. Oh, it's the card. There's a little shine there. I think we'll go with something like this. Put this in. So yeah, take a look in the. If you're interested in kits, just follow. Come along sometime. We'd love to have you there. And let's see. Oh, there it is. And I usually use my art glitter glue a lot on things. And I use all kinds of stuff. So I think that's the nice thing, but it's also the dangerous thing because then you tend to hold on to stuff. Hold on a little too more than you need. Messenger on Facebook again. Oh, okay. Yes, I did hear that Facebook is also open, and I do have a Facebook. I don't have a Gathered Crafter Facebook page. I probably could convert. My old one used to be like a little time out for me, so I have that one, and that's what I converted my YouTube from, and so I could. That stops. Is everybody still there? The phone just buzzed. I hope everyone's there. Yes, I'm using art glitter glue. I love this stuff. It's great for different paper crafts. And it has, if you buy it, some places where you buy it, you get the refill with it. And you can get, it comes with the metallic tips so that you can do the fine bead of glue. Let's see, do I want this down first? I think I do. Yep, Crafters Outpost. Yes, I know it's amazing glue. It is very, very good glue. It dries, it bonds pretty fast, but it gives you enough time to move things around. So you can, if you get it in the spot you don't want to, it gives you just a little bit of time to move things around, but then it sticks pretty well. I'm going to add this, and this is going to be a pocket, so I'm just going to go around 3 sides. But it lets you make that real fine line. And we'll put that down. I think maybe I'll tuck this one up here instead. I'll go back down because it seems to be curling a little bit. Sometimes you got to hold it down a little. I have fabric tack too. So fabric tack acts more like almost like a cold hot glue. If that makes any sense? Oxymoron. Um, and it holds it down. It holds it down. It holds like fabric down. Excuse me, my throat. Fabric and I think wood and metals. Yep. See, fabrics, lace, glass, leather, wood trims. It's it's more for if you're using some other medium other than paper. I think this is better for papers and glitters. So I tend to go between the two for that. So if I have any, if I use lace trim, I'm going to end up using fabric tack. If I stick with paper, um, I'll use art glitter glue. Although if this card keeps curling on me, I'm going to go to the fabric tack. So yeah, they're both awesome glues, adhesives. Oh, good question. I just wish the bunny was around the same a different way. Let's see. I'm not sure where to add this. So thank you for joining me tonight, everybody in here. I really appreciate it. I definitely needed a craft night, that's for sure. I hope everyone else had a great day. I had a busy day, so it's nice to have the crafting break. Are people? Yeah. I loved the dragon eyes you made, Debbie. Those were awesome. I did get to peek and watch that. They were amazing. I think I will use a little bit of lace. Kind of hiding the doily there. You're welcome. Now it's just kind of deciding where to put things. Very cool. Yeah, well, come and hang out with us too, because we're, like I said, we do that on Mondays. We do a lot of junk journal stuff on Mondays. We'll make the books. We do design, or we do ephemera to put in the books. All kinds of stuff. I know the bunny looks too big, doesn't it? I don't have a smaller bunny, but I do have. I don't have it clipped. I do have Mad Hatter or Cheshire Cat or some teacups or a mushroom. What do you think should go there? Oh, thanks, Inlet. Mushroom. Let's do the mushroom. Yeah, it's kind of fun with the shaker cards. These pieces come fussy cut in the kits that I have, the shaker card kit, and I made one. And I'm sorry I don't have any samples. When I make a sample, then I auction them. But I made one with the little card. So a shaker card, in case you're not familiar with a shaker card, you're lifting a little section of in a kind of a box almost, and you're putting like confetti and different little um, sequins and things like that to kind of shake it up. So what I'll do is the last one I made, I made a shaker to put on the card with the mushroom and the Cheshire cat. And I used a smaller Allison. It looked like she was looking into the looking glass and could see the Cheshire cat and the mushroom kind of spinning around in there with all the glitter. So that's kind of a fun thing. Hi, Cindy. Nice to meet you. And my name is Carmen, by the way. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. Maybe we'll put this here. And little Alice fell down. All right. Let's see. Okay. Then we'll make this into a clip. So it is actually a pocket. We could put some stuff in there. Put the word down and the mushroom. Still trying to decide if I want to add a little lace to it. And we'll put a clip on the back. And I do have to stickle it. I can't go without stickles. And my other project up here waiting for us. Oh, the puppy is growling. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of blue to Alice's dress. And what's nice about the stickles, I like to color with it and lay it flat onto the item because it gives it more of a vintage look. I don't know if you remember or if you see vintage greeting cards, how sometimes they'll have that glitter, but it's not a big, bold amount of glitter. It's just kind of a flat little accent. So that's how I like to use the stickle. So it's not super in your face. It's just kind of a little bit of a texture to add some highlights and give it a little bit of sparkle. And I almost just color like I'm using a crayon or something or a marker. I kind of lightly squeeze some out and then spread it thin layer around in different spots. I'll watch the shading of something and kind of go along with the shading or the creases. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see? This gives it a little bit more to accent. Thanks. But I could spend hours just doing different paper crafts. That's usually that's the thing I like to do the most, I think. Whether it's like scrapbooking from before or now junk journaling and card making. But I do crochet and I do a little bit of painting, like toll painting type things. I haven't done that in a while, but I have done toll painting and all kinds of fun stuff. I do have to. I think I said it is MCB Creations that makes the pretty resin and the jewelry. I don't know if I got it right, but she inspired me. Hey, Amy. She inspired me to get some UV resin, so I need to play with that now. I just got some last week. I finally did it. I had the epoxy, but like others in here, I know we're afraid to use the epoxy. So I want to try that too. So that's going to end up one of our Wednesday adventures. We'll be trying out that UV resin sometime. It's just fun to add. I don't think I'm going to add anything on the base layer just because I know things are going to be moved in and out of there. Yeah, I can't wait to try it. I don't know if I have an Alice one anymore. I have. I also print different things on guest checks, and I had some Alice ones. I was thinking of sticking an Alice one in there, but I don't know if I have any printed out right now. But I just have different ones. And if if people get like Peter Rabbit was big for spring, so we had Peter Rabbit. I guess I don't have any Alice ones right now. Well, that's not fun. Yeah, I'm trying to de-stash some of the things. I do a lot of I do custom things too. Hey Karen. So if you ever have a request for something, just let me know. Um, I'm trying to get my daughter involved too, so she can make me. She's a video game designer. She's studying to be a video game designer, and she's amazing graphic artist. And so I've commissioned her to do some things, but I don't think they're going to come out till summer because she's in school right now, and she's getting close to finals. So I don't want to bother her too much. Well, I don't have. Let's see. So we'll just stick. Let's see what else will go in there. I know I'll put this, and then we could add something to the front of it. So there's a lot of background ones in there. So just to have something in the pocket. So you could use it as a journaling thing. You can leave it completely blank if you want. It's up to you. And let's see. I'm going to use, this one's going to be a little fancier punch than I would use, but you could use any circle punch. It doesn't have to be a fancy flower or anything. And cardstock. And I'm going to make the back clip. This is a fast way to make a clip. It's not a hidden clip, but I do some of those as well at times. But this way is really easy if you want to ever add a clip. Thanks, Karen, for sharing. You just get a piece. This is probably a little too big for this one, but I don't have my circle punch over here. I actually have it by another project I have going on. I've got like 5 projects going on around the house, depending on where I'm sitting at the time. You can tell I probably have ADHD, but you can put this on here, and I guess I could have clipped it. But all you do is you add a circle to the back, and then you glue it down, and then you have your clip. And I wish I had thought about it before I put, oh, here we go. It'll work there. Actually, that'll work. I don't even need to put it in. Yeah, I don't even need to do it. The card hides it. But then you can just get, like, here's one of my journals. I teach how to make this type of journal quite often. And I will have a YouTube video. But then you just kind of clip it in, so then you have an extra interactive piece in your journal. So you just clip it to your page. I'm trying to stay in frame, so it's a little harder. So you just clip it to your page, and then you can move it out. You could add stuff to the pocket. And you put other things underneath it to make it a tuck spot and have them stick out. This angle is really bad because it's way close. You could put it as like this to a tuck spot, so you have things coming out from the side. So there's all kinds of ways you can use these little clips in your junk journal. And then you can make notes and hide them in further in. So lots of different stuff you can do. But that is the little Alice pocket card. Oh, that was pretty good timing. That was a half an hour on that one. Hey, Jump into Slowly. Welcome. Thank you. And another thing we've been doing a lot. Collaging is just fun, I think, like we did with the paper, but you can also do it with fabric. Has anyone ever slow stitched before? I know some people with me slow stitch. So slow stitch is kind of like collaging with material, with fabric. Yeah, I hadn't. Oh, some Bitter Creek collectibles. Well, I am about to show you. So that's the next thing we're going to do today. So I have I will have these in my bins. I sorry I did not put them in tonight, but they will be in there, and I'll put them out so that you don't have to be on a show to buy them. Those will be there, and the Alice kit is in there if you're interested in that cute little clip art stuff. But the slow stitch, this is a project we did a couple weeks ago. So you take fabric and you kind of just apply. It's an applique embroidery type of project. So, and the whole thing about slow stitching is that you're not using a machine, you're not going fast, you're kind of being mindful about just taking your time and doing stitches of however you want to. Yeah. Yep, this is slow stitch. Hi, Lisa. So, the way I did this is just a 3.5, I'm sorry, 5.5 by 4.25 piece of fabric, and then I have it on a piece of felt. And then you just do different types of stitches. And I have one started. I actually have a separate project that we're going to try that I've been wanting to try and haven't tried yet. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Cindy. um, but this is something we started. I've been wanting to do it, and because I had a bunch of fabric at one point, I'm like, okay, what are things that you can do besides fabric? And I looked it up, and I saw slow stitching, and it was the first time I had seen slow stitching. I didn't know what it was either, and I started watching YouTube videos on it, and I absolutely love it. Like this one, I'm going to put on front of a junk journal, as I have a cherry blossom ephemera kit, also in the bins that this is going to work well with. Um, I do. Thank you. I do have this one as a kit too. But the only one I have left is purple. But if you want a different color, let me know. I think I still have enough fabric to make them, but it gives you enough stuff, even the needle to make this. And I do have a video of this. This one we did get on a live stream and recorded. I just have it private right now because it was 5 hours. I have to edit it down. But if anyone wants it, even if you don't want the kit and you would like to see it, just message me and I can send you the link so you can watch the video and just kind of scrub to the part where we're actually making the kit. I think it's actually right at the beginning of it. But this was kind of this was a little bit the precursor to my craft with me. So we have that one, and it just uses. Really, you could use any stitch you want. I used a blanket stitch, a running stitch, and then some of the videos I call it, this one lady that I really was drawn to, and I can't remember her name. She called it a wandering stitch because it's what you just wander around and put it down, but it's like a seed stitch. So that's we're going to do a little bit. Yes, you do use embroidery thread. So um, you use embroidery thread, an embroidery needle, and then your imagination with whatever you have. So we actually have another Craft With Me kit that's in the bins right now. This is going to be our May kit that we do, and it's going to be on this purple. Well, it varies because it's a batik, but it's a very pretty butterfly print. And I started it the other night when we were on one of my shows, and I'm not going to finish it until we go on to we start working on it together and do Craft With Me. But this one I'm just stitching around the image, and then there's other pieces in the kit. So you get this one. It's not finished, so I didn't know what to throw in the kit, so I threw in some trim. So there's some pom-pom trim. You get a full skein, whatever's going to tie your piece together. I put a full skein of it, and then some different embellishment type of thread. And then there's a button in here, and there's lace, and then there's always going to be some extra pieces of fabric because that way you can kind of collage and put it in different spots so you can applique it down on your project. So we're going to kind of do something like that right now. It's actually different than this. Again, these are in the bins if anyone's interested in crafting along with us in the first part of May. But what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to try to slow stitch on this little pouch. So I saw this, I don't even remember where I saw it. I saw something to this effect where, because you can actually make, like you make a masterboard out of paper, you can actually make a masterboard, and I know a lot of quilters do this. Oh, is it hazy? Oh, okay. Let me. technical difficulties there. Is that better? Oh, yep. I bet you they might be my guest checks then, Calico. Thanks, Amy. Um, we're going to do slow stitching on a pouch, and I'm going to use some of these cute little flowers that I've made. This is another fun thing that I've been creating. Oh, now I can't remember the name of the. It's I can't remember the name. It's a Japanese style of template to make these little flowers and you applique. Um, and these will be available pre-made. Actually, I think they're in my bin now. It's not origami. Let me go grab one of the. I have a few different templates, and this is the one I've been working on now. Last week I actually made some for a little cute and creepy rave tree, and I made some out of fabric for that was The Exorcist. So it's a little cute and a little creepy. Um, I don't. Those ones will probably come back at Halloween time, but it is a kanzashi flower maker, and they've got different types. And this one makes a little 5 point. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to try to slow stitch some fabric onto the pouch. So what I saw with the video that I saw was actually making their slow stitch fabric. So they took little scraps and put it on a little light piece of linen and basted it down, then did all their stitching to make the piece of fabric, and they turned that into a pouch. But I knew I have a ton of these. Oh, do you make those too? Aren't they fun? They're just fun, and I'll demo one in a little bit. They work together pretty fast, so they are a lot of fun to me. I like just kind of like watching TV and just making the little flowers. They are very relaxing. So, can you see a theme? I have a lot of stuff that's relaxing related. Yeah, because craft is my stress relief. So, um, definitely like to do that. So, these ones came out of this lemon print, and I was thinking that we could slow stitch something instead of making the bag. I was going to try to slow stitch something on it and then add a flower to it. So let's see. This one was in my head, but now I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. So this is really thought process of the artist kind of thing. They're very fun. Do you use a template, TS? I have these little template things that I've been using. I have not done them by hand. So, but I know you can there's all different types. Um, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. What happened to my other? I'm just pulling fabric that I have around here. Let's see. Let's just cut things up and see what happens. So. Okay. That's a good way to just craft. I'm not sure what's going to come out of this. I'm just cutting pieces right now, and we'll see what happens here. Because I know it's going to be it's going to be a little tricky to get inside the pouch. But I thought, why don't we try it and see? Yes, yes. They're from Cheeky, and I don't know if you were on there, Katie, but I loved it so much I bought all the different styles she had. So yeah. So I've got all of her. She might have a couple of yo-yo ones and a couple of the yo-yo, like making a yo-yo, like a fabric yo-yo. But I've got all the flowers. Um, just so fun to make. I was getting obsessed with it. But it is a nice little stress relief. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to play around with some stuff here. And then I'll use my needle. I'm just going to baste it down so it stays down while we're doing the slow stitching. I know. I came this close to buying the yo-yo one. I have not done it yet. But I'm having fun with the flowers. And it's spring. So this might be a little tricky. This was like a wild idea I had in my head. So we're gonna run with it and see how it turns out. Because I knew I had these pieces or these bags, and I'm like, well, and I never just trying to think, what could I do with them? I'm like, oh, that would be cute to slow stitch something on them. So right now we're just basting it so it stays down before we start the slow stitch. And I'm just doing it right under the drawstring to adjust it. Hello, welcome. We are making a slow stitching project out of a little drawstring bag. But this is fun to do. Just something relaxing. And again, I'll end up pulling all of this basting stitches out. I'm just trying to get it tacked down so it doesn't move while I'm making the actual stitches. It is. Yeah, you just put on your favorite music. I'd put music on if we weren't on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Um, but I don't want to put it on if we're on YouTube. I forgot that it defaults when you put it on once. It defaults to keeping it on, and you have to tell it not to. And I just quickly jumped in. And hello out there if you are on YouTube watching us right now. And it's just a basting stitch, so I'm going to be able to move things around a little bit. But it's like, again, it's just to tack it down. So I've got that down. I'm going to use one of my little... I need my needle minder. I got a needle minder from Cheeky Turtle Resale, and I have it in the other room with my other stuff, my other projects. Oh, let's see. Oh, I am going to have to use this because... Let's see. I'm just going to grab my bin of embroidery floss here. And let's see. I don't know. What do you think we should use? I don't know if I like the lemon there. It's kind of odd. Yes, yo-yos are fun. That's kind of like the little flowers. They're just fun to make. Let's see. I tend to gravitate back to... Let's use a cream color. So they are fun. And I'm going to put a little button in the middle of that flower too before we tack it down. Let's see if I can find another color to pull in some more blue. I'm trying to see if I have anything around me. I can use some of my scrap here. Let's see. I'll just use... I'm going to pull some of this. This is one of my butterfly kit ones, but I'll just pull a piece. And you don't need a lot, especially because it's a little thing. That's the neat thing about this is you can do this with your scraps. So just save your scraps, and then you can make different things. You can make your own sheets of fabric with it if you use a backing linen or something, some type of liner, and then just make your own designs. The Alice one, Jenny. This is what we made. That was Alice right now. Is this what you mean? You should start your Alice journal and watch and craft. So we made this a little in the first half. I don't know if we're gonna get through this one in the next half, but we're gonna try. Thank you. And this, I don't break any of the into different threads or anything. I just use the solid thread. And I just realized I have to go get I need my needle threader because my eyes just do not, my eyes just say no nowadays. So I definitely need a needle threader. Luckily, it's not too far away. I thought this would be cute to do, like maybe for a Mother's Day gift, and then put potpourri in it, or make it um, or even make it a pincushion. To fill it with fiberfill, tack the top, and then it's just a little free floating pincushion. Could be a sachet. So, yeah, start small and then see. I do that too sometimes. Sometimes I get overwhelmed by the project that I have, and then I just need to kind of stop, and I'll put things out around me and then build from that. That's why I wish I need a studio space too. I might remember somebody said that earlier that they need a studio space. Oh goodness. Um, and that was the whole point of me starting in Whatnot, actually, is to destash and make space upstairs for my studio. And instead of destashing, I'm just adding. Okay, this one's going to be too small. I need a bigger needle. I don't know if this is going to get through though. Yeah. I have lots of different needles. Oh, now what did I do with that little one? I had that one for thread, and now I just lost it. That's dangerous. There it is. Yeah. Destashing is so you end up restashing, not destashing. That's for sure. Oh gosh, let me see. Do I have that needle I needed? No, I don't. I don't know why I didn't grab it when I was over here. And I know we're gonna run out of time. So let's see. So what I would do, I'm trying to think of what I should show you because I know we're gonna run out of time here. Do you want to see how the flower is made? Because on this, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna do a running stitch up and down all through this. Um, and then maybe some cross hatch marks on it just to get it all tacked down. And I'll take the basting off, and then I was going to stick one of the little flowers on it. Oh, you want to? And we're gonna run out of time. Remember last month, Debbie? What did I end up filling, like 3 hours because there were like gaps around. Um, Maybe I'll have to do a part 2 to this next month. Um, I know that was a long one. It was fun, but it was a long one. So yeah, let's see. Let's see how far we can get in a few minutes. At, and you guys can always come hang out with me, and we can do something on another day too. I'm just gonna kind of tack it in. Probably just gonna tack it back here behind somewhere, just to make the knot. This will be interesting because usually I do, and the nice thing about this too, it's like embroidery, but you don't need a embroidery hoop. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here when I try to work through the inside of the bag. I'm not sure this is going to work or not, but we're going to find out. Okay. And I also don't have the right needle. I am going to start from the back though and come up. I don't know if I have oh, I guess it's going through. It should definitely be a different needle. This is more of a tapestry needle that I'm using, but I don't want to go grab for sake of time. Hey there. We started about 50 minutes ago. We're on the Atelier Artisan raid train now. So we're going to raid Calico Cat Resin Art, which I'm excited to see what she has in about 10 minutes or so. So let's see. And then I think she's the caboose, and then it starts again all over again tomorrow, so that's a cool thing. I'm going to cut. Let's see. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. But I'm just going to do a running stitch, and I really need a better needle than this. This needle is not. So it's a little tricky with a bag. You got to keep that one layer, but you can do a couple stitches. You just run the stitches through. Trying to find a way that's a good angle for me to do it and you to see. That's my. I need to cut my tail there. In fact, I'm going to do it now because it's going to drive me bananas. But not the drawstring. No. And you just kind of run it through. Trying not to get into the. That's the tricky thing here, is trying to keep it out of the second layer of the bag. Thank you. And trying to get through this many layers of fabric with a tapestry needle is quite interesting. I'll tell you that. I thought I had everything, because I usually have everything set up over here, but forgot. This morning I was doing stuff to prep over on the chair while I was watching TV and having my coffee, and just assumed it was here, and it was not. So I probably am going to have to redo this again. But yeah. So that's just a running stitch. You could just go in and out too, like a regular that seed stitch. But it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the whole point. It's just tacking things down and making patterns. So like on this one, that's all I did for this chunk here, is I just went in and out with a running stitch and went up and down. And that's kind of what I'm going to do on this pocket. And then here I just went and did a regular stitch and made this little swirly in this one. Okay, we're still doing okay. So let's see if I can get, it might actually be easier. Like that came out really crooked. That's going to drive me bananas. It might actually be easier to go in and out, but it's... So it's possible to do this on the bag, but it is a little extra work because you're working against... I guess I could unsew... I guess you could unsew it, but I think we're definitely going to have to try at some point the actual little bag where we make the fabric first and then turn it into a bag. And there's no machine sewing in it at all. That's the cool part, because I know I hear a lot from some that are a little afraid of the sewing with a sewing machine but want to learn how to sew. So this is like a really good project for that. And the only reason I went that way is because I was off. This would work out so much better if I had the right needle. But you could... Oh. I don't know if all of you heard that. It's so quiet. I don't know if you heard my stomach growling. Oh, thank you, Lynn, for purchasing one of those card sets. Oh, yep, it's 5 minutes. Thank you, Alexa. Stop. Alexa, stop. Just reminding me. Oh, there. Yeah, Alexa, stop. So these stitches are a little bit bigger than I'd want, but you can... I know, I'm not funny, Barbara. I have Alexa in there. So I don't know. It's hard. Is it? Can you see what I'm doing? I'm not even sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay, good. What kid is that, Katie? Ooh, yes, I do. I like breakfast for dinner. The kids like breakfast for dinner. There we go. This is the basting stitch that's kind of getting in the way there. Is that what you're having for dinner, Barbara? Ooh, French toast sounds good too. Oh, now you guys are making me hungry. Maybe that's what we'll have for dinner. It's still, I'm on the West Coast, so it's only 6:56 here. Oh, how fun. I bet they like that calico. Well, you've had a long day. Plus, you had all that stuff to deal with for your home stuff too this morning. That's a lot. And we appreciate you still doing this for us, Debbie. Oh, banana pancakes, eggs, and bacon. That sounds good. That's right, Tess. You haven't been feeling, still not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. This is really rough. I'll have to send you all a picture. I'll have a picture posted of how it's going to look because the edges aren't done. I probably should have done a blanket stitch around the edges, which will be interesting. Well, that one might work better. I think if a stitch stays on top, it might work better because then you're not fighting with the bottom pieces. But you see how it's coming together, and you just kind of keep going rows. If you want to fill in again, you can do more. You can do another row of stitching within it. So it's just you just kind of free float and do what you want with it. Oh yay, fun, Lynn. Um, oh, that's good. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we're running out of time for the flower. I'll just show you really quick how to make one of the petals. Set up the petals, and then I'll show you more on this. It's I need the better needle. It's actually, can you tell it's bothering me that it's like all wonky? Even though if it looks wonky, that's okay. But it's not the kind of wonky I want. So let's see if I can get this set up quickly. This one you do use just regular thread. I think it'd be a little hard to it would be a little too thick to do it with embroidery floss. So I'm just going to pull some thread here. Cut up. Oh wow. Those good old family recipes are always the best ones. So this one is a lot easier. So we'll set this up fast. So all I do with this one is I get my scrap paper and I kind of put the template down and I just cut around it. Then you kind of smush it in. You just make sure it's right into the fold and clip it. And it just stays there. Well, now where are my fabric scissors? Then you cut around. This is not my fabric scissors, so we'll see how well they do. Oh, not too bad. You cut around it. I think we're running out of time. And then there's a template, so it shows you where to start. You start on the back here in this piece, and you should knot your fabric. I did not knot it. Oh, I've got the wrong. I just did the wrong needle. Oh, I did not. I did the right needle. I just grabbed the wrong needle. So then you start and you just go in and out through the number. There's numbers actually on here, and you just go back and forth through them, so you don't catch it. What time is it? Ooh, we gotta go. But you go through. I don't think I'll be able to do this fast enough. I know. We're gonna have to talk to Cheeky Turtle, see if she can get some more. But you go through. Okay, she's live. Then we're gonna go through. I'll show you this another time, but you pull it out of the template and you gather it, and it turns into these little petals, and you just keep doing a bunch of them. Thank you all. I I wish we had. I'll see you next. Yes, next train. We'll definitely do that again on next train. But thank you so much for hanging out with me and doing some fun, um, different projects today. And let's go into Calico Cat Resin Art. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good evening.